Vista Voyagers. Happy Monday. Today is Monday, April 20th, 2020, and I'm excited because today, say dun dun dun. Good. Today we are going to start our week off with another folktale. You may have heard of this folktale before, but if you haven't, the title of the folktale we're going to be reading today is The Tortoise and the Hare. The Tortoise and the Hare. When we read this folktale, we're going to be listening for the characteristics of a folktale, but what is a folktale? We learned about folktales last week. What is a folktale? What is the definition of a folktale? Do you remember? Put your fingers up to your brain. Say, we're thinking. What is a folktale? Do you remember? Yeah, a folktale is a story told again and again, often has animal characters, and teaches us a lesson. Did you get it right? Give yourself a pat on the back if you got it right. Say, I'm so smart. Nice job. Yeah, a folktale is a story told again and again. It often has those animal characters, and it teaches us a lesson. So let's think, if I know the definition to a folktale, that's going to help me remember the characteristics of a folktale. What does a folktale include? What kind of characters did we say? Yes, animal characters. And what makes those animal characters different? Yeah, they have human characteristics. They do things like us, whether they wear clothes like us, or live in houses like us, or they talk like we do. They're animals like the red hen and the dog and the cat or the town mice and the country mice. They're animals, but they do things, they say things, they wear things like we do, like humans do. Okay, so we know that folktales characters, those animal characters, they do things like the characters we read about in fiction books all year long. What was the other part of a folktale? What other characteristics does a folktale have? Animal characters and yeah, it teaches us a lesson. Good job. And we call that lesson a moral. A moral is the lesson that we can learn at the very end of our book. We've learned something through the characters have learned something, and now we've learned a lesson that we can apply to our own lives. So when we read today, we're going to be thinking about the different characteristics of folktales have. These animal characters, we're going to think about what they're doing that's like what we do, human characteristics, what we do, what we have, what we say. And we're going to be thinking when we get to the end of the book, we don't want to spoil it, when we get to the end of the book, we're going to be asking ourselves, okay, so what did the author teach us? What is the lesson or moral we have learned from this book? Okay, so I've been trying to challenge you, Vista Voyagers, and today is no different. I want you to try to do the cheers and chants with me. If you can do it all by yourself, do it all by yourself. If you need a little bit of help, we know that it's Monday, and on Mondays, Miss Coil is here to help us out and make sure we can have a great week and that we're all set. We're going to start off with our folktale definition. Are you ready? Let's cue the music. A folktale is, get ready, go. A folktale is a story told again and again, often has animal characters, and teaches us a lesson. Good. All right, we know that as we're listening, we always listen for our story elements. S, get ready, go. S stands for setting. Setting is, get ready, go. Setting is where and when the story takes place. Your turn. Setting is. Good. T stands for talking. Characters. Characters are the people, animals, or things acting in a story. Your turn. Characters are, get ready, go. This is too easy for you guys. Problem is, get ready, go. Did you get it right? Good job. Problem is something that the character wants or needs, but they cannot have. We know that O stands for oops, there's a problem. R stands for attempts to resolve, attempts to. Good, an attempt, get ready, go. An attempt is when you try something, but it doesn't work. An attempt is, get ready, go. Good, and we're already at the end. Y stands for yes, there's a solution. Solution is, get ready, go. Solution is how the problem is solved. Solution is, get ready, go. You got it. And we know once we get to that solution, that's our cue to listen for and to think like good readers. When we get to the solution, we've already read the whole book and we're at the end. And we're thinking, okay, if I have the solution, what has my character learned? What moral has my character learned? And what moral have I learned from this book? Since I know it's a folktale, I know that there's a lesson to be learned because folktales teach us a lesson. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm listening and thinking about the whole book and the lesson that I learned from reading it. Let's get into our story. The Tortoise and the Hare, an Aesop fable, adapted and illustrated by Jeanette Stevens. The Tortoise and the Hare. Once upon a time, there was a tortoise and a hare. Tortoise was friendly and quiet. He did everything slowly. Hare was flashy and rude. He did everything quickly. Hare liked to tease Tortoise about being slow. When Tortoise ate breakfast, Hare said, "By the time you finish your last bite, it will be dinner time." Scholars, what characters have we met? Yeah, we've met Tortoise and Hare. Let's add that to our chart. When Tortoise worked in his garden, Hare said, "By the time you pick those spring flowers, it will be winter." One afternoon, Hare followed Tortoise to the store. Hare teased him on the way. "By the time you get there, the store will be closed," he said. "You're so slow. I could beat you at a race, hopping backwards on one paw." So scholars, how do you think Tortoise is feeling when Hare tells him all these different things? When Hare is talking to him like that, let's look at our evidence in the text. When Hare says things like, "By the time you finish your last bite, it will be dinner time." I saw that on page 2. Do you remember another page where we had evidence of Hare saying some rude things to Tortoise? Yeah, on page 3, Hare says, "By the time you pick those spring flowers, it will be winter." How do you think it makes Tortoise feel when Hare says these mean things to him? Character feelings, how the character feels. And sorry, since we're getting ready to go into first grade, we're going to be doing something a little different this week where we keep track of the different characters' feelings that we're learning from our stories. We're going to keep a running list of all the feelings that we come up with. So how is Tortoise feeling when Hare talks to him this way? Yeah, you got it. It's making Tortoise feel really sad. No one likes to be talked to in a rude way. It's making Tortoise feel really sad.
"But I could never beat you, Hare,"
said Tortoise. "Yes, you could," said Tortoise's friends. "All you need is a little help." "Then you will race me, Tortoise?" asked Hare. Tortoise pulled his head into his shell.
"I don't want to,"
he said. "You've got to," said his friends. "You've put up with that nasty Hare long enough. We think you can win." Tortoise didn't want to disappoint his friends, so he finally agreed to race against Hare. So scholars, I want to know, why does Tortoise put his head inside his shell? We already said that he was feeling kind of sad when Hare says these mean things to him. So why is he putting his head inside his shell? Character actions are what the character does. I want to know why. I want to know. Good. I want to know why he's putting his head in his shell. Do you know why? Maybe he has another feeling he's feeling. Why is he putting his head in his shell? Let's put our fingers up to our brain. See what we're thinking. Good job. Why is Tortoise putting his head into his shell? Yeah, he's feeling something a little different. He's feeling afraid. What is he afraid to do? What is he feeling afraid to do? He's afraid to race Hare in the race. He thinks he's going to lose. He's afraid to race Hare. Good job. Let's get back in our story. Tortoise only had 2.5 weeks to get in shape before the big race. Rooster helped him out at the gym. Raccoon cooked him healthy meals. Frog went jogging with him every morning. By the day of the race, Tortoise was ready. So who can remind me, what is problem? We said that O stood for oops, there's a problem. What is the problem here? Yeah, if I know problem is what the character wants or needs but they cannot have, what is it that our character Tortoise really wants and needs but cannot have? What is it that he's wanting, but he feels like he can't achieve it, he can't have it? Yeah, he wants to beat Hare in the race. You got it. Nice job. I want to know, how is Tortoise trying to solve that problem? We know an attempt is when you try something, but it doesn't work. He hasn't won the race yet, but what is he trying to do to beat Hare in the race? Your job, Vista Voyagers, is to reread the page along with me and see if you can find some text evidence for an attempt that Tortoise is making to try and solve this problem. Tortoise only had 2.5 weeks to get in shape before the big race. Rooster helped him out at the gym. Raccoon cooked him healthy meals. What is something that Tortoise did to try to solve the problem? He wants to beat Hare in the race. So what is he doing to try to achieve that motivation? That's what he wants or needs. We're thinkers. Let's look back at those words. I can also use the picture evidence, but I know we're almost in 1st grade. So let's look back at those words. What do you notice? What is he doing? Yeah, he's working out. He's trying to get fit and strong for that race. What else is he doing with the help from Raccoon? What else is he doing from the help of Raccoon? Yeah, he's eating healthy. It says that Raccoon cooked him healthy meals. So Tortoise is trying to stay fit, get strong, and train for the race, and also eat healthy. Those are 2 things that he's already trying to do to solve this problem. Animals from all over the county came to watch the Tortoise and the Hare. Rooster read aloud the rules and described the course. Attention, everyone! The race will begin when I sound this gong. The 6-mile course is marked by red flags. The first one to reach the finish line wins. Runners, take your mark, get set, go! Raccoon sounded the gong. Hare bolted out of sight before Tortoise had taken his first step. The crowd roared and cheered as Tortoise inched forward. Hare was so far ahead that he decided to stop at Bear's house for something cool to drink. Hare rested and sipped lemonade. Bear noticed something moving outside the window. Hare, there goes Tortoise. What? Yelled Hare, running out the door. Hare passed Tortoise for the 2nd time. Then he decided to stop at Mouse's house for a snack. As Hare munched on crackers and cheese, Mouse yelled, "Is that Tortoise I see out the window?" "I'm not worried about that slowpoke," said Hare. "I've passed him twice already." Then he finished his snack and hopped out the door. So as a good reader, we're keeping track of our story elements. We already talked about our talking characters, the main characters in our story, Tortoise and Hare. What has been our setting? We've been talking a lot about setting, and we know we always include where and when. There might be multiple wheres. Do you know one of the wheres from our story? Raise a straight vertical hand if you think you know it. Good job. Yes, the setting is outside. During the day, you got it, so we're outside. During the day of the race, an exciting day. Are we just outside? No, you're right. We've been inside some houses. So when I add to our setting, I'm going to make sure I say outside on the racetrack or the raceway. We know that they're running through the different parts of the town. Because I know when I look back in the story, when they're racing, they start off at the racing. Let's see, I'm looking at page 9. I'll show you guys too. They start off where the race begins, where we can see the other characters like Rooster up there ready to read the rules and say, go, on your mark, get set, go. So it starts off there, and we know we're outside. And then as Hare and Tortoise are racing, they're following along, and they come across other people's houses. And I remember that Hare, he actually goes inside some of the houses, like Bear's house, to have some lemonade. So we're gonna make sure we include that too. It's not just outside, but it's inside some animals' houses as well. Hare passed Tortoise for a third time. Now he was far ahead. He saw a pond and decided to stop and rest. The snacks had made him sleepy. Hare was so sure that he would win, he took a nap in the soft grass. As he closed his eyes, he dreamed of victory. Suddenly, Hare woke up because the crowd was cheering. "Yay, Tortoise!" the crowd roared. Tortoise was 2 steps away from the finish line. "Slow down, you bow-legged reptile!" screamed Hare as he tried to catch up. But it was too late. Tortoise crossed the line just before the tornado of dust and fur that was Hare flew by. Tortoise had won the race. Hare couldn't believe it. That measly shell on legs had beaten him. Tortoise smiled as his friends carried him on their shoulders. He had learned an important lesson.
Hard work and perseverance bring reward.
So scholars, the story is over. And who won the race? Yeah, Tortoise won the race. Can we give him a hip hip hooray? Good job. So Tortoise won the race. Okay, so how did that happen? If I know that the problem was Tortoise wants to beat Hare, and he trains and he eats healthy and he doesn't give up, how did he win that race? What was our solution? How the problem is solved. What was the solution? We're thinkers. Yeah, we're thinking. What was the solution? Can you think of how it was solved? How was this problem solved? Yeah, throughout the whole race, Tortoise never gave up. He persevered and he kept going. He kept trying. He never gave up, even though he's a tortoise, right? He's a slower animal than the hare, the rabbit. Even though he's slower, because he showed perseverance, our core value self-determination, he was able to achieve his goal and win the race. Let's add that to our chart. Scholars, wonderful job finding our story elements for our story today, the tortoise and the hare. You guys did a phenomenal job answering questions with me while we read. Nice work coming up with some feelings that our characters were feeling throughout the story and making sure that we knew all parts of our story elements. I have a question for you. We already talked about how folktales, let's do our Folktales chant together. Are you ready? Say, yeah, we are. Good, give me a loud and proud. Bring it on. Nice, loud and proud. We already know that folktales are, get ready, go. A folktale is a story told again and again, often has animal characters, and teaches us a lesson. We've already discussed how the animal characters in our story, they wore clothes, they talk like us, they have other human characteristics like us, like they live in houses, and they do things like drink drinks like lemonade and eat snacks like we do. We said they have animal characters with human characteristics. What else do folktales do? Yeah, they teach us a lesson, and we call that lesson a moral. So what is the moral or lesson we have learned from the tortoise and the hare? What did the author teach us from this story? So let's think in our brains of some morals that we've already learned from other folktales that we read. The little red hen. Oh, remember the other animals were not helping out the little red hen. And in the end, they didn't get any of the cake that she made. So that book taught us that, hey, you should help others when you can. It's important to help out. When we read Town Mice, Country Mice, what did we learn from that book? What was the moral of that book? What did we learn? Yeah, it's okay to like different things. You're not going to like the same thing. Maybe someone likes living in the country. Maybe someone likes living in the town. You're not going to be happy with the same things just because someone else likes it. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's good or right for you and you like it. So what can we learn from this book? Yeah, what did we learn through the actions of these characters? What did these characters learn? Yeah, hard work pays off. Perseverance pays off. Hard work and perseverance pay off. Just like Tortoise showed a lot of hard work to pass Hare in the race and win, that teaches us that, hey, you might be slower than somebody. That doesn't mean that you're not going to win the race. If you stick to it, you show hard work and perseverance pay off in all kinds of different ways. It doesn't just have to be about a race. We know that if you work hard to achieve something and you persevere, meaning you don't give up no matter how hard it is, you can accomplish those goals. And that is what we have learned from our book today. So scholars, remember I told you that we're going to make sure we keep track of the character feelings that we come across in the books that we read together. On the board behind me, I have made sure to write some negative, not so good feelings that you can sometimes feel, and some positive, good feelings that our characters can feel. So let's review some of the feelings that we've come up with together, that you guys have given me, and that we've come up with together as we've read. So here's some negative or not so good feelings to feel that kind of make us feel a little bit down. We have nervous, sad, lonely, and afraid. I remember that Tortoise was feeling sad in this story, and I remember Tortoise was feeling a little nervous and afraid to run the race against Hare. But thinking about some positive feelings, we have proud, excited, happy, hopeful. So Vista Voyagers, you did it. You accomplished another day, another Monday of a read aloud video and another folktale. We know a folktale is get ready, go. A folktale is a story told again and again, often has animal characters and teaches us a lesson. Let's review our words. I'm going to cue the music and you're going to do the cheers and chants. I might do them on my own, but I'm not going to say any words. Say, we don't need your help. Yeah, I know you don't need my help. So I'll do the motions, but I want to hear you in your loudest and proudest voice. Got it? Good job. Let's get started. Setting is get ready, go. Characters are get ready, go. Good job. Problem is get ready, go. Good. And attempt get ready, go. Solution is get ready, go. A folktale is get ready, go. Did you get 100%? If you did, let's do the fuzzy bear chair. Get ready, go. Ooh, I'm a fuzzy bear. And let's end it with the, let's see. What chair should we do? Let's do the muscle man chair. Get ready, go. Awesome job today, Vista Voyagers. Tomorrow we will be joining together again on Tuesday to read one more folktale before, guess what? Yeah, before we get to go into a chapter book. Silent excitement. So good. Hands back down. Before we go into a chapter book for the rest of the week. So I will see you back here tomorrow for another folktale. Awesome job, and I hope you have a great rest of your Monday. Bye-bye.